Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And in this video, I'm coming back at you in another video, and this time we're going to be talking about the updates that just came out with the new classes everybody's been waiting for. Yay! I personally don't really mind either way, but anyways, moving on from there, we got some gem balance adjustments. We got all the 35 cost monsters previously now have awakening, not really bent towards themselves gear score. They're more bent towards extra elemental attack, and then they got an element weakening effect. So when you're doing like an element battle, right, with these monsters, they have like a 10% boost when they like attack against their weakness. So they could come in handy for later date and what's not. Let's see how it goes for Unison battles with these monsters, to be fairly honest. If I really need some, I could definitely get some. I know my element, some of my element sets are definitely ready and raring to go for some of these monsters. Not all of these, but I could definitely collect some of these at least, so that's very, very nice. But anyways, moving on from there. So yeah, they have now awakening for those monsters. Very kind of good, to be fairly honest, because they need to catch up with 35 costs as fast as they can. So yeah. And then we got Mobius Path. Mobius Path is something, even though they have the 6 class ranks, I still wouldn't ignore Mobius Path. You can do the class rings at any time. The one with the drops for the Tower of Judgment, you can do those at any time. You don't need to stress over them, seriously, unless you really have money to spend for the AP pack, or you have gems to load up for your account or what's not. I wouldn't recommend it. Like, if you're buying these, sure, but if you're not buying these, please stay away. I don't even know what you're doing, to be fairly honest. I'm sorry if I sound rude, but seriously, I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just trying to like push you towards the right direction, if all possible, by all means necessary. Just please stay away from the Tower of Judgment for the time being, and I would focus more on the Mobius, unless you already have like your Zen weapon or your awakened like class weapon to like you are with like the full awakening and what's not. Like, if you don't stress those yet. Those could happen anytime. Mobius is only going to be for this week, I think, and that's legitimately it. And then it's going to be closed for the next 3, 4, 5, whenever they feel like coming out with it, months. It's going to be somewhere around there, but it's not going to be like for a while. The reason I'm saying that is because no matter how far you get, maybe at SR you may not see it for the weapons, but for the weapons and the armor, you may not see it at first. Like I said, you may see Coliseum only. For the weapons and armor, once you get past that SR awakening, you're going to start seeing Mobius medals being needed, and it's not going to be, well, it's kind of cheap, but at the same time, you're going to have to grind out to get 40, to be fairly honest, especially if you got low gear score. I have highest gear score, so I think it's going to be a bit easier on me. It's not going to be exactly 100% easy because I don't really have a good, I don't have a good fire element set. I have a decent one, but I don't have like the best one in the game, so it's going to be a bit hard on me, but it's not going to be too hard because even with my fire element set, I'm over 700k. Okay, that was the wrong set, but yeah, you can see right there, that's my maximum gear score, so it's not going to be too harsh on me personally. But some of you might be like really low gear score out there that'll watch my videos, so yeah, it definitely do the Mobius Path as much as you can. Like, sweat on that really hard. Like, you're the best around and no one's gonna ever bring you down. Anyways, moving on from there, this is the best campaign I think they ever came out with. Whew, nasty. We got 31 cost higher monster guarantee ticket back. That's super duper nice. We got AP recovery pack, but touch unlocking pack, metal pack, 700% more XP proficiency in gold. Talk about a gold mine. And then we got augment and reforge quest AP halved, so that's even more wonderful. And then augmentation grade success rates are up. This is the golden age in Unison League, everybody. Not really. There was like better times they had for Unison League and what's not, but like I'm talking like campaign wise, this is one of the best campaigns I've ever seen. They're just throwing everything out at once, legitimately everything. You need AP, they got you. They got AP packs, AP half quests, and on top of it they have the keys. If you haven't checked here, they were doing that thing what they did before, like when I first started. Each and every day you can collect an XP quest key, proficiency key, and then an augment key, and then they got like a super XP quest key. You could collect one of them, And that's just so awesome. And I think they have an extra XP quest key within the guilds, and not right now. They need to do a patch on it for tomorrow. They probably have that coming in tomorrow. If not, then they probably forgot about it. But anyways, yeah, gold mine. You got ordeals half. You got the like it says right here, the augment and reforge quests are half. Super nice. You got the 35 cost half. So if you're interested in their awakenings, you can go for them right now if you want to. They're halved. All that is halved. That is super duper cool. You've got extra, like extremely extra XP, proficiency, and gold boost. I think it's usually by time like 600%. It's an extra 100% now, so it's 700%. It's not 600, but it's 700%. So you're having a free 100% booster. And if you haven't checked my XP video on how to get a lot of XP, I can link both of those down below, so you can really take advantage of this and really like go ham with it and just absolutely devastate improvement wise overall and all that funky jazz. Anyways, moving on from there, we have the 6 rings. The advanced classes are unlocked, or at least they will be tomorrow completely. They seem to have some issues with the whole class thing, so they're going to try to fix them, because it's A-Team. This game's always buggy and glitchy, to be fairly honest. Even if it's low-key and it's only something small, you're always seeing some, even visual, even if it's only just visual, you're always seeing some bugs and glitches with this game. Okay, so over here, it's ironic though, you know, because this never happened with the gem spawns, except once. It's always happening with the visuals. Anyways, moving on from there. And then the next, and the last, and least, and the best thing we have to talk about is the extra classes. We got the 6, well, not the extra classes, but the 6 ring. We have the 6 ring on all the normal classes. I know all of you have been waiting for this day for a long time, and it's finally came out. I personally haven't been waiting for this day for a long time. The reason for this being is when I first looked at the first translation, it was really strong. Like everything was overpowered. I was like, whoa, okay, they need to slow down for a second, because it was way too overpowered, to be fairly honest. Now I personally don't care. Looking at it, it's not as overpowered as when I first looked at the translation. But yeah, we finally got them out, so they are out now. You can grab some of the gear within the free friend point spawn if you are unaware of that still yet. All this can be obtained in the friend point spawn, so that's very nice. Okay, so moving on from there, I'm not going to be talking about every piece of class and everything that they have to offer. I'm really not going to be talking about it. I'm just going to be giving you a brief, short, pretty much run through of what's like the 6 ring, pretty much the best stuff and what's not. I'm going to cover that all in a separate video for each and every class. But anyways, something I do want to go over was some of the strongest moves in the game before this update actually hit was the Berserker's Kill Dance. The Berserker's Kill Dance was the strongest ability power move in the game. Ability power of 130, and it attacks 5 times. It attacks a random target, but it attacks 5 times. So ability power, pretty much you're doing 130 times 5, because it's attacking 5 times for 130 each. That's legitimately one of the strongest moves in the game before this update. You can legitimately do the math if you don't believe me. That's how much total ability power you are legitimately doing. And then the second one will be Linkage Arrow. I can't show you, but it's a total of 400 ability power. And then from there it's Starburst. Starburst is do 70 times 5, I believe it is. Let me actually look at it. 70 times 5 equals 350. So from there, as you can see where I'm heading with this, pretty much the highest one was Kill Dance by far. Then afterwards it's like 400, 350, 340, 320 or something like that, and it just slowly starts declining from there. But anyways, moving on from there, I just wanted to mention that because over here we have the But anyways, moving on from all of that, over here we have really 2 new devastating moves on the Soldier and Archer. That's right, the Soldier and Archer got a huge buff from this, a huge buff. Out of all the classes, the Soldier and the Archer got the hugest buffs, And the soldier and archer still meta to this day. Damage wise, archer is still absolutely meta, but the soldier got a really huge buff from where it was before to where it is now. Overall, soldier is meta. Soldier is also meta with the archer, alongside the archer. Personally, if you're looking for DPS though, archer takes the cake, obviously. No, all hands down, no questions asked. I'll talk about that in a second. But anyways, moving on from there, we got Astrolabe. Usable when a gun is equipped as your main weapon. It's an ability power of 150, deals physical and magical damage randomly to a single target. Well, yeah, to a single enemy 5 times. That penetrates any nullifying or invulnerability effects. So this is even stronger than Kill Dance. This is legitimately even stronger than Kill Dance. And the worst part about it is you don't have any bad effects added onto you. Kill Dance gives you bleed. This one instead takes 5 costs from the enemy. Of course, they have to be an actual like player versus player enemy. If they are, they're losing 5 costs, and it goes through any nullifying or invulnerability effects as well. And you're choosing the target, so it's a lot more controlled. All of this damage is going to one person, and on top of it, nullifying, vulnerability, and you can reduce the cost. And you can even combo it. If you're using Disarm and Trap, or you use Astrolabe a second time, you can make it have an ability power of 160, so you can raise it to be even higher. That's like a 100 ability power difference than Kill Dance, legitimately. If you do the math yourself, Kill Dance is 130, this one is 150, so subtract that, that's 20 ability power. 20 times 5 equals 100. You are legitimately doing 100 more ability power than Kill Dance. That is beyond ridiculous. And then the soldier over here is little to no different with its move Glistening Edge. Over here, it's usable when a sword is equipped as your main weapon. Its ability power of 130 and deals physical damage that penetrates through any nullifying or vulnerability effects to a single enemy 5 times. So it legitimately does as much as Kill Dance, except again, Kill Dance is going to be randomly. Kill Dance is semi crowd control because it's going to be targeting random people all at once. All those hits are going to be randomly hit on somebody. They're going to be randomly placed on somebody. Kill Dance is not going to attack one target overall, just in general. Unlike these right here, and they go through nullifying and vulnerability effects. And this one fills your character's usage gauge by 3. So legitimately, this is a better version of Kill Dance ability-wise. It does around actually the same damage, the exact same damage as Kill Dance. So yeah. This is one of the reasons I was scared that the 6 ring was going to come out, why I said this game wasn't ready for it. If you remember watching some of my videos where I said this game is not ready for a 6 ring, this was one of the reasons. Thankfully, they didn't come out with the other reasons. This is only going to be one of those reasons why I said this game wasn't ready. We still have only a level 50 crystal. They still haven't made new difficulties, which they probably will if they see how strong their moves are. And yeah, the soldier and the archer's got the biggest buff, and this is where it's at. Absolutely, these 2 moves right here really take the cake out of all of the moves. And then on top of it, soldier's got Imperial Territory. This pretty much nullifies usage gauge reduction 1 time for like an ally that you target and the surrounding allies around it. So that's a total of 3 people getting Unison nullify, and it's got one itself where it can nullify Unison for itself. Unison gauge reduction 1 time for itself. That's truly going to be meta and guild battles. You're going to be seeing people use that. You will be seeing people use that. There's no doubt in my mind you're going to be seeing people using that. Like all hands down, no questions asked. People will be using that. No questions asked. So yeah. As you can see right there, the soldier's got a really hard hitting ability now, and it's got something that's absolutely going to be used in guild battles. All hands down, no questions asked, it's going to be used in guild battles. So, soldier doesn't do as much as the archer. Archer's still king in DPS, but soldier got a really huge buff from this. Out of all the classes, archer and soldier got the hugest ability power or damage buff in the game out of like all the classes. So yeah, soldiers and archers are by far going to be meta. And on top of it, archers got a piercer move too now. That's actually going to be stronger than the lancers. Well, not the lancers, but it's going to be stronger than the soldiers, so that's very nice. And then Disarm Trap over here does as much ability power. I'm not going to say it does as much damage because what was it called? I forgot. The Linkage Arrow. Linkage Arrow uses attack and magic attack, and this one only does 2 times with attack and 2 times with magic attack, but it does an ability power the same as Linkage Arrow, and Linkage Arrow reduces ability cooldown times. And then we got Rapid Fire right here. Who knows how this one's gonna go? I'll explain this later how I think this is gonna go, to be fairly honest. But yeah, the archers got a lot of moves that are out there that just completely devastate, like DPS wise, old and new. So archers got like the biggest buff out of all of them. And then lancers got a buff as well. Right here we got Dragon Tail. It's a little less stronger than the Kill Dance, but it's there, and it pretty much ability power 110, and it targets 5 times, so that's pretty nice. And if you manage to use it again, it does as much as Kill Dance. So yeah, it's there, to be fairly honest. And then we got Volcanic Nova over here. Volcanic Nova is going to be super helpful, to be fairly honest. The Volcanic Nova, it can only be used when a lance is equipped as your main weapon. It's an ability power of 80, and it pretty much deals physical damage to a single enemy 4 times. So it's pretty much like Arrow of Strength. It pretty much works similar to Arrow of Strength. If you haven't checked out Arrow of Strength, it's for the Archer class. Pretty much just like it. Ability power 80 hits 4 times, and the power scales just like that. So that's not a bad move at all. Compared to the other moves the Lancer has, this is probably going to be the highest potential. That and Dragon Tail are going to be the highest potential ability power moves in the game. And with Quick Raid, you have ability cooldown times reduced by 25% for 10 seconds. So that's going to be helpful as well. So if you combo Quick Raid with Volcanic Nova, you're going to be doing pretty good damage. You're going to be doing more than we could previously do with the Lancer. It's not going to be like significant, but it's going to be there. Or you could do Dragon Tail. And something that's very, very nice is not this one. I'm just looking at this one to see if it was strong. They have a new Piercer move that it's even stronger than it was before. So it's out there now. We got Riot Break. It's like the Lancers do strongest Piercer move. It could be stronger than the Archer's Piercer move. It really depends because it has a success value of 80, to be fairly honest. So yeah, it's there now. And then we got Shield Break, removes damage reduction, damage reflection effects from a single enemy. So that's a nice support move right there. So Lancers definitely got buffed. Not as buffed as like soldiers or archers, because archers and soldiers are meta now. If you're unaware, archers and soldiers are absolutely meta now. I just want to let you guys know, and gals. Okay, we got the mage right here. The mage has a really nice ability right here. Ability power 140, deals magic damage to a single enemy 4 times. So overall, without any break at all, like 0 break, right? This is actually going to do more than the Lancer's move. The Lancer's strongest move now, well, not Dragon Tail, but like the second strongest move that the Lancer has. Dragon Tail is unpredictable because it's going to be hitting random targets, but the Lancer's best controlled ability power move, this one's going to be doing more than it if it's not broke, like the target is not breaked at all. So that's very, very nice. And then we got this move right here, Sephiroth Soul. This one's also a handy one to have because this one right here pretty much works. It's pretty much a stronger version of Emperor's Bind. It reduces the target's defensive magic defense by 20% instead of 10% for 15 seconds. And it hits 2 times with the ability power of 180. And you could combo it, which I really don't personally recommend Lunatic Ray all too much. You can use it if you want, but you can make it do 30% instead for a debuff. So that's very, very nice. You got a Karma caster right here, so that could be useful in some situations. Absolutely. Arcadia Ward increases element attack for like all elements. So this is looking like more of a support character now. Removes continuous healing, attack speed, cost recovery, speed buffs from a single enemy. Yeah, this class is looking like a lot more of a supportive class now. It definitely got a stronger move or 2 from the skill tree, so it does more damage than it's previously done, but you still should use Starburst ironically. It goes through damage reduction and damage reflection. And yeah, it's still probably the mage. It's actually the mage's second best move ability power wise. So mage has definitely got a buff for this, but as you can see, it's not as big. And then we got cleric over here. I just want to warn you about cleric before I actually go. and what's not, because cleric's got some unique abilities right here. So if you haven't seen Greater Arc Heal actually targets 3 allies. So if you're wondering why it costs more, it actually targets 3 allies instead of 1. So that's very, very nice. It's pretty much like a stronger version of I'm not sure how long it's gonna take for you to actually heal the ally. I don't know why you would heal the opponent, but it's pretty much a stronger version of area recovery, because area recovery does the same thing except it only removes status alignments. This would also remove status alignments and debuffs instead, so that's very, very nice. And then right here we have the cleric actually has more attack moves now. I'm not going to go into attack moves for the cleric because it's not really worth it unless you're trying to like screw around. But anyways, sacrificial healing is legitimately the new divinity. The old divinity, right? If I could take you to it, which I can. I don't know even why I said that. Okay, so the old divinity, right? The old dignity, not divinity, has an ability power of, actually I think it's like 70 or 60 like by default, and it just heals all allies. You can see how much it costs. 20 to actually cost, and then it costs 30 ability cooldown time. This one right here legitimately only costs 0, and it takes 15 seconds to cast. So that's really, really strong, to be fairly honest, for sacrificial healing, because right there, that's a lot. And as you can see, it actually heals more than dignity by default, so that's very, very nice. Its ability power 70 heals the HP of all allies. On the flip side though, it reduces the HP recovery effects on yourself by 50% for 15 seconds, and reduces your Unison gauge by 10. So it's really double-edged blade, to be fairly honest. You might want to think about I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go. Just overall, without the added effect, this move would be all hands down worth it, no questions asked. I'm not 100% sure now, because if it like reduces your healing effects by 50% and reduces your Unison gauge by 10, that's gonna make survivability a lot harder, because Unison makes the world go around, and if you ain't got Unison or heals, to be fairly honest, it's going to hurt. It's legitimately 20% less than Hero, so what you usually would get healed gets like legitimately cut in half. So yeah, it's there, at least I could say. And then we got Sanctuary over here. Applies a 5-second counter effect that all allies that recovers 30% each time damage is received. Not 30%, but 30,000 HP. This right here might be used, I'm not 100% sure, to be fairly honest, in like player versus player. This is the only reason you should be used, is in player versus player. I can't recommend this for player versus enemy at all. I like 0. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to go again. I personally think this might be a bit more useful now, because as you've seen, we have now 2 moves for the soldier and archer that go through damage nullifying or invulnerability effects. So they go straight through, I believe, at least devoted sacrifice. So this is probably going to be the next devoted sacrifice, if I am correct. Not 100% sure, but yeah, it's out there. And that's pretty much covering the cleric, and that's pretty much just the gist of what these classes are looking like, to be fairly honest. I'm not going to go over them in total for this video. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching. Oh yeah, before I actually end this, if you're unaware or unfamiliar, oh yeah, before I actually end this, if you're unaware or unfamiliar with where to actually get the stuff for the extra classes, pretty much all you gotta do is get the 5th ring class cleared. You gotta have the sub-quest cleared, and then these convictions right here, you got to earn within the Tower of Judgment. They drop by chance from the chest. It's going to be for floor 21 or higher. Personally, I think the higher the floor you go, the more you have likely shot to get more. You could legitimately get 3 from a chest. You could legitimately get 3 from a chest at once, but that's probably going to be like after the floor 30. I've only gotten a maximum of 2 from the chest, and I keep farming floor 30, and they don't have bad rates either, because most of the time these conditions actually pop out rather than proficiency, so that's very, very nice. But yeah, they're there, so if you are confused about that, they are here. Okay, so that's pretty much it in covering this video. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching, and I hope this helped out. This is the Azrath. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.